Hello and welcome to this new series where I will be going over each opening in depth. Now, I won't be going over the opening in just one video. I will be starting with the Caro-Kann. This is an introductory video. I'll be making separate videos on each lines. And yeah, let's get straight into it. I'll be having a playlist so you can follow along with me. And the Caro-Kann, let's start. It's gonna go E4, C6. And this is the starting position of the Caro-Kann defense. And to understand what this opening is all about, we need to know a few things. One thing, and you've probably heard this in some other videos as well, the most important thing in chess is the center. Especially in the opening, you want to control the center because from there you can control the game basically. So that's what we're aiming for. So the most obvious move is to go e5 and just fight for the center like this. It's equal, and this is played a lot as well. But c6 aims to go for the center from the flank. So let's say white plays d4, which is the main move in the Caro-Kann. We're gonna play d5, and we're supported from the flank. So if they take, which is one of the variations we're gonna look at, we can take back, and we've actually got two center pawns. This pawn obviously can't go here right now because it will be taken. We've got two center pawns, and usually the endgame in the Caro-Kann is good for us because of the better pawn structure. So that's the main idea behind the Caro-Kann. And one thing we should know when we're looking at the Caro-Kann is actually the French defense. So if we go back, the French defense is e6. And this is actually quite important to know about when you want to learn the Caro-Kann. So again, black can go here and we can go here, and it's basically the same thing, although we are defending with another pawn. And the main idea in the French defense is that we can go for a quick c5. So especially in the advanced variation, that's when they play e5, we can go for c5. And this is the French defense. I'm not going to go into this, but there's quite some similarities with the Caro-Kann. The main difference is this bishop. This is called the French bishop for a reason. And it's because in the French defense, it's blocked by our own pawns, especially in this advanced variation. Now, if we're looking at the Caro-Kann, and let's say we're going to advanced variation as well, you can see this bishop is still able to get out. Now, this is one of the main moves, bishop f5, and it basically has the same idea. And at some point you want to play c5. Now, I like playing c5 here immediately. I'll go into that in the video of the advanced variation. And you can see you can still get the bishop out, but it did cost you 2 tempi to get your pawn to c5. So that's a trade-off between the Caro-Kann and the French defense. You should definitely know about that. Now, which variations are we going to look at? So this is the main position, although we're going to look at something else as well. Obviously, we're going to look at the advanced variation, like I showed you. We're going to look at the exchange variation, which happens after these moves. And we're going to look at some knight defenses. This is called the modern variation. ChessOpeningTrapsYoutube doesn't actually give this a name. I'd call it the modern variation as well. It basically leads to the same thing because we're going to take that pawn, and usually they're going to take back. Again, we're going to cover all that in separate videos. In total, it will be at least 7 videos I will be making after this, so 8 in total. And maybe even more if we want to cover some sidelines as well. But yeah, that's the main thing. Let's see, in this position also f3, which is called the fantasy variation, which is a really fun variation to play from both sides actually. So that's one we'll definitely cover. And then also if we go one move back, we have knight f3 here, which is a variation. We're still going to play d5, and it goes on from here. Again, they can do a lot of things. That's the two knights variation, two knights attack. We'll cover all that in separate videos. There's actually bishop c4 here, which is called the hillbilly attack. Now, that is a little bit unsound. You can see the evil bar shooting up a bit. But it's actually quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, so it's definitely worth covering. Also, we have c4, which is called the accelerated Panov attack. Just to show you, the Panov attack itself comes after these moves. This is the Panov attack, and this is the accelerated Panov. We'll cover all that as well in separate videos. So yeah, a lot to do. just stay tuned, and I'll be covering those in separate videos. So I hope you're looking forward to this. Let me know your ideas as well, if there are some lines you would like me to cover. And I will see you in the next video. Again, you can follow the playlist to easily find them. And yeah, see you there. Thank you. Bye bye.